Good day and welcome. It is time. What time? It is time to walk the last 10 days with Jesus, his last 10 days on earth. I am very excited to bring this to you. It will give us a real feeling of what happened and understanding of where it started 10 days before the crucifixion, and it will give you an idea that the Jesus' suffering did not start there on the cross. It actually started 10 days before. And what I'm going to do is, by the grace of the Lord, I'm going to take you back 2028 days backwards in time to that actual Wednesday, 10 days before the crucifixion. Wow. We are going to go back in time to exactly the same day. On that Wednesday, this happened. The next day, tomorrow, on that Thursday, this happened. That you can see exactly, get a picture of what happened. Because it is not written like that in the Bible, unfortunately. It is written here and there, and then in some Gospels, there isn't a mention about that. So it depends on which Gospel you read, you are going to miss a few things. So I'm very excited. So let's start it. We start in the year 3790, and the date is the 6th of Nisan. What is Nisan? Well, the Jews, that is the Jewish calendar. The Jews they don't work on March. They are not on the end of March. They are in the beginning of the month of Nisan. They are actually on the 6th of Nisan today. Now, on the 6th of Nisan, it all started in Bethany. I have a picture to show you where Bethany is, to give you a picture as well, because they traveled from Bethany to Jerusalem, and we don't have a clue how far it is. It is actually quite close. There's Bethany, there is Jerusalem. Jericho is about here. Here somewhere is Jericho. But you will see these distances are not very far. Right. It starts in the year 3790, and it starts in Bethany with the sisters of Lazarus. Now Lazarus, he had two sisters, Mary and Martha, and Lazarus died 4 days ago, and he's been in the grave for 4 days. They called for Jesus and that he would come, and when he got there, they told him if he came earlier, he could still live and all of that. And then we read that Jesus was very sad, and all those people were weeping and everything. But when Jesus got there, he told the disciples, he said to them that Lazarus is not dead, he is asleep. And then he went to his grave and he calls him from the outside. He calls him, after which this happened. Lazarus came walking out, and he was alive. Now this whole part, it is not a story. The witness is there. It is there in John chapter 11 verse 1 to 44. Unfortunately not in the other Gospels, but there is that. Then in the same time, on that day, in Jerusalem, the Pharisees and the chief priests heard about this miracle, and they gathered with the Jewish council. This happened in Jerusalem. A miracle in Bethany, and this happens in Jerusalem. They come together and they have a meeting with the Jewish council to determine what to do with this Jesus, this guy who calls himself Jesus, because their fear was that if they allow him to carry on the way he does, everybody will believe in him one of these days. And from that day, on the 10th day before the crucifixion, they started to make plans how to get Jesus killed. That you can read in Matthew chapter 26, verses 1 to 5, Mark chapter 14, verses 1 and 2, Luke chapter 22, verse 1 and 2, and John chapter 11, verse 45 to 53. That is what happened on that Wednesday, 10 days out. Jesus went to Bethany. Lazarus died. Jesus went to Bethany. Miracle. Jesus woke him, rose him from the dead. He came walking out. And in Jerusalem, there was chaos, fear, because of this, what Jesus is doing. That is what really happened with Jesus on Wednesday. The date was the 6th of Nisan, 2028 years ago. And that is that. Tomorrow we will go on to Thursday, the 7th of Nisan, and see what happens then. Right. Wow, wow, wow. Really, step by step with Jesus. Until tomorrow, how do I greet you? How do I say goodbye? It feels strange to stop here because I am so excited to go on and to tell you what next and what next, but I have to stop here. And the only way, I only know one way how to end off to greet people is with greeting them with the blessing of the Lord in Hebrew itself. And I'm greeting you until tomorrow, the same time, in Hebrew, saying, Yerecho cheta Adonai dishmarecha, Ya'er Adonai kawani lecha vechocho nechta, Yesa Adonai kawani lecha ve'asam lecha, Shalom. What does it mean? The Lord will bless you and keep you. The Lord will turn his face towards you, be gracious to you, and give you peace. Amen. Until tomorrow, God bless. Slow connection. Oh my word.